My daughter's teacher laughed when I asked her to stop flirting with my son, so I got her fired. I never thought I'd have to protect my kids from their own teacher, but here we are. It started when my son turned 16. Ms. Roberts, his new English teacher, would always keep him after class to discuss his work. At first, I didn't think much of it. Then my daughter, who was in her class too, started noticing things. "Mom, she touches his arm a lot," she told me one day. "And she gives him these looks that make everyone uncomfortable." My stomach dropped. I watched my son become quieter, more withdrawn. I scheduled a meeting with Ms. Roberts. When I brought up my concerns, she laughed it off. "Oh, you're one of those paranoid moms," she said, rolling her eyes. "Your son's nearly an adult." That's when I pulled out my phone. My daughter had been recording everything. The lingering touches, the inappropriate comments, the way Ms. Roberts would accidentally brush against him. The smile fell from her face. I went straight to the principal. He tried to minimize it, called it a misunderstanding, so I posted the videos online. Within hours, other students came forward with similar stories. The school board called an emergency meeting. Ms. Roberts was fired the next day. My son's back to his old self now, but sometimes I catch myself wondering how many other teachers get away with this. Because sometimes being a paranoid mom means being the only one willing to protect your kids.
Doctors, what is your most awkward experience with the opposite gender? I'm a pediatrician, and this happened last Tuesday. This 16-year-old girl comes in with her mom for a routine physical before starting college. Nothing unusual at first, just your typical awkward teenager trying to avoid eye contact. The mom's one of those helicopter parents, you know? She's got a whole list of questions written down and keeps asking if I'm checking everything properly. She even brought a folder with Sarah's entire medical history dating back to birth, so I start the normal exam. Heart sounds good, lungs clear, blood pressure perfect. The girl seems pretty relaxed now, cracking jokes about how her mom packs snacks for a simple checkup. "Mom, it's not surgery," Sarah laughs. "We'll be done in 20 minutes. Her mom just shrugs. "Better safe than sorry." "Doctor, are you checking her spine alignment? Her posture's been terrible lately." I assure her we'll cover everything. Standard teenage physical, nothing complicated. Then I get to checking her lymph nodes. I explain what I'm doing, tell her to lift her arms so I can feel under her armpits for any irregularities. The moment my fingers touch her left armpit, she explodes into the most intense giggling fit I've ever witnessed. Like full body convulsions, tears streaming, gasping for air kind of laughter. I immediately pull back, thinking I must have tickled her. Her mom looks annoyed. "Sarah, control yourself. This is a medical appointment, not a comedy show." "I'm so sorry," Sarah gasps between giggles. "I don't know what happened. Maybe I'm just nervous. Try again. I'll be ready this time." So I attempt the other side, being extra gentle. Same explosive reaction. Even worse this time. She's practically sliding off the examination table. But here's what's weird. Between the uncontrollable laughter, I keep hearing her whisper things like, "Oh wow," and "That's so strange." And her face isn't just red from laughing. She looks flustered in a completely different way. Her mom is getting increasingly embarrassed. "What is wrong with you today? You're acting completely inappropriate." I try a different approach, checking her neck lymph nodes instead. Perfectly normal reaction. Then I go back to test the armpit area one more time. Instant explosion of giggles again. Sarah's trying so hard to hold it in that she's practically vibrating. "Doctor," her mom demands, "what exactly are you doing to make her react like this? This isn't normal teenage behavior." I honestly don't know what to tell them. I've been practicing pediatrics for 8 years and never seen anything like this. Sarah finally catches her breath enough to speak. "It's not the doctor's fault, Mom. Something about when you touch right there just feels really intense. Like really, really intense." Her mom's eyes widen. "Intense how?" Sarah's face turns crimson. "I can't explain it. It's just overwhelming." The mom turns to me with a horrified expression. "Doctor, is my daughter having some kind of inappropriate reaction to your examination?" Now I'm the one turning red. This is definitely not covered in medical school training scenarios. "Mom, stop," Sarah protests. "It's not like that. It just feels really weird and I can't help laughing." But her mom's not buying it. She's pacing now, fanning herself with the appointment paperwork. "This is exactly why I wanted a female doctor," she mutters. "I knew this would be awkward with a male physician." Sarah nods emphatically. "Yeah, maybe that would be better. No offense, doctor, but this is super embarrassing." "Well," I say, "I am a female doctor." Both of them stare at me in shock. "Wait, you're a woman?" Sarah gasps. "Well," I say, finally understanding what happened. "Turns out you have a rare neurological condition where certain pressure points trigger involuntary euphoric responses. It's completely normal for people with this condition. You just can't control it." Sarah peeks through her fingers. "So I'm not weird?" "Not at all. Just means checkups will always be interesting."
Managers, what is the most unprofessional thing an employee has done that resulted in immediate termination? I hired Tyler at my bakery last spring. Young, talented, with glowing references. The interview was perfect. His first few weeks, even better. Customers loved him, sales increased, and his cinnamon roll tweak actually improved our recipe. Then things got weird. College kids started flooding in before closing, always asking if Tyler was working. They barely bought anything except coffee, but they'd use these strange code phrases. "Anything special today? Got any treats that aren't in the case?" After these exchanges, Tyler would reach under the counter, pass them something wrapped in our bakery paper, and pocket cash without ringing it up. Our security cameras caught it all, but I initially dismissed it as Tyler giving friends day-old pastries we'd otherwise toss. Not ideal, but hardly worth confronting a promising employee over. The inventory started showing discrepancies too. Extra butter, sugar, eggs, all missing in small amounts. Again, not enough to raise serious alarms in a busy bakery. What really caught my attention was Tyler suddenly volunteering for early mornings and late closings, alone time in the kitchen he'd never wanted before. He claimed he was experimenting with new recipes, but never showed me any results. One morning, my phone rang. It was Mrs. Peterson, Peterson, a 60-something loyal customer who'd been coming in for sourdough every Thursday since we opened. "Do you have any of those special brownies left from yesterday?" she asked, her voice oddly hesitant. "Special brownies? We don't label any brownies as special, Mrs. Peterson." There was a pause, then she giggled, actually giggled, and said, "Oh, you know, special brownies, the ones that help you relax. Tyler sold them to my husband yesterday for his arthritis. He said they worked wonders." My stomach dropped. "Mrs. Peterson, we don't sell any brownies with medicinal properties." "Oh dear," she whispered. "He said it was a new bakery initiative. Very hush-hush, for preferred customers only." I immediately reviewed our security footage more carefully. There was Tyler, arriving with a separate container in his backpack 3 mornings a week. When he thought no one was looking, he'd transfer items to our display case. The footage showed dozens of cash transactions that never touched our register. He'd been running his own business inside mine for weeks. When confronted, Tyler's reaction shocked me most. No shame, no fear, just a casual shrug. "Yeah, I've been selling my special recipe edibles," he admitted, leaning against the counter like we were discussing the weather. "They've been bringing in tons of new customers. I thought you'd appreciate the boost in business." I handed him his final paycheck and watched him clean out his locker. As he left, he genuinely said, "When you change your mind, call me. You're leaving money on the table."
My fiancé declared, "I'm not signing a prenup. You should trust me." I replied, "I do trust you." Then I transferred all my assets to my mother's name. The lawyer's letter explaining it to her left her speechless. So I'm 29, sitting here with the ring that was supposed to be on my fiancé's finger. And instead, I'm realizing I almost married a scam artist. I met Sienna at a barbecue 2 years ago. She was gorgeous, funny, ambitious, and I thought I hit the jackpot. I'd sold an app in college, had some money tucked away, but I lived normal. She knew about the money from day one and never acted different about it. So I thought, okay, she's real. 6 months ago, I proposed. She cried. I cried. It felt like the start of forever. Then 3 weeks ago, everything exploded. We were eating dinner and I brought up a prenup. Nothing crazy, just protecting what we each had before marriage, and everything after would be shared. She froze. "A prenup? If you trusted me, you wouldn't need one." Then she flipped it on me, said I thought she was a gold digger, started crying, yelling that I was choosing money over her. It was intense, and the anger in her eyes didn't feel like heartbreak. It felt like I'd ruined her plan. That night, I couldn't stop thinking, so I tested her. I transferred everything, my condo, my investments, into my mom's name. On paper, I had nothing but my salary. The next week, I told Sienna, "You're right, I trust you, no prenup." She lit up, squealed, hugged me like I'd just given her $1 million. But then I added, "Oh, by the way, all my assets are in my mom's name now. We'll just build from my salary." Her face changed in a split second. "You gave your money to your mom? That was our future." She stormed out, slammed the door. 4 days later, I got a letter from her lawyer saying I fraudulently hid assets and broke my promise to marry. I laughed. We weren't even married yet. That night, she showed up at my condo crying, begging, "Undo it. Your mom is ruining us. Just put it back." I asked her straight up, "Why does it matter whose name it's in if you love me?" She snapped, "Because it's our future." And right then, I knew. But she didn't stop. She dragged her mom to my mom's house to beg for the money. My mom told them to get off her property or she'd call the cops. Then Sienna's friends started blowing up my phone. "Happy wife, happy life. Just give her what she wants." One even called me abusive for moving my own money. Her roommate, who worked at my job, filed a fake HR complaint saying I was unstable. And then Sienna went nuclear. She started a whole blog about me, painting me as some manipulative monster. She wasn't done. She tried to move into the apartment right above mine. She made a fake email pretending to be me and started canceling all our wedding vendors. She even sent her dad to call my mom, telling her I wasn't a real man because I wouldn't hand his daughter my money. It was chaos every single day. And then karma finally hit. Her job at the PR firm found out about the blog. Not only was she trashing me online, she was doing it during work hours, on company computers. Fired instantly. No job, no apartment, no Audi. She had to move back in with her parents. That's when the truth really came out. Her dad admitted she'd been drowning in debt for years. Credit cards maxed, loans everywhere. Marrying me was her escape plan. And get this, it wasn't even her first time. She'd pulled the same stunt with another guy before me. Engagement, prenup fight, accusations, everything. And the final twist? Her own roommate Janine came to me and apologized. She said after Sienna moved out, she found a notebook. A literal notebook full of plans. Sienna had written down my passwords, photos of my account statements, even notes about how my mom was the main obstacle. She never planned on signing anything. She was going to marry me, then drain everything. Now, she's broke, stuck living at home, her blog is dead, her Instagram deleted after people dragged her in the comments for contradicting herself. Meanwhile, my money is safe. My mom is a legend, and I dodged the biggest walking red flag of my life.